Hey guys, James here from the Personal Trainers Academy, and we're going to run you through 3 tips for exercise selection for your clients. So when it comes to choosing the appropriate exercises, there's a couple of things we want to look at, and we're going to run through them now. Compound movements. So generally these are going to be better than isolated movements. So what we're looking at here is our squats, bench, deadlift, all that sort of stuff. That's going to give us more bang for our buck rather than doing bicep curls and leg extensions and all that sort of stuff. Not that it's bad, but we don't want to spend most of our time there. If you can train 3 muscles at once, then why do we need to train them separately? Compound exercises put a much higher neurological, hormonal and cardiorespiratory demands on our body. What that means simply is that we get more bang for our buck, more results from these exercises because they're engaging more muscles at once. They also allow us to distribute the stress through the joints a lot better. So say we're squatting, we're going to be able to load up the hips and the knees and the ankles simultaneously, whereas if we're doing a leg extension, all that load is going just through the knee joint. Range of motion. Using a full range of motion is going to increase our mobility. So if we're doing bench press or chin up and we're taking that all the way down and all the way up, we're going to actually actively stretch that tissue. Studies have shown that for size and strength training, full range of motion is better than any partial ranges. And if we're doing a quarter squat or a quarter bench or half chin ups or anything like that, we're not really distributing that load. So if we're just taking the bench and just doing that quarter range, we're really going to overload the triceps, so we're not getting much stress through the shoulders or the chest. Lastly, we look at dynamic contraction. So what that is basically like a natural movement. In order of benefits, we're looking at dynamic, isometric, concentric, and then eccentric. So what that means is we want to look at movements like squats, where we're going down and up, bench press, bicep curls, down and up. So an example of a concentric only would be a deadlift, where we just pick the bar up off the floor. Eccentric only would be just lowering the weight.